a security system, it's tempting to focus on the components that we can touch, like control panels, keypads, and sensors. But you can't see or touch the most essential part of the system: communication. Let's consider the basic organization of security systems. When an alarm event occurs, it's conveyed from the control panel, the brain of the security system, to the central station. The central station then informs emergency responders. Keeping the communications link intact is vital, since a communications failure can render a security system useless. So, how does it all work? You might not realize it, but you're already a communications expert. If you've ever had to select a cell phone plan, set up a home internet connection, or decide whether to keep landline phone service, you've dealt with many of these issues facing the security industry. Let's consider some technologies: telephone, VoIP, cellular, and internet. In the 1970s, disco ruled, and landline devices were simply known as phones. The network serving them is called POTS, for plain old telephone service. The gold standard in POTS infrastructure isn't gold, it's copper. Copper wire in telephone lines transmits signals quickly. But POTS isn't fail-safe. A wire cutter or a storm is all it takes to disrupt a line. By the 2000s, consumers balked at the price of telephone service. Enter Voice over IP, or VoIP, which converts analog signals to digital signals that are conveyed via internet. VoIP presents problems for security, including signal distortion and the lack of established standards. Then, cellular communications expanded. Today, cell phones are everywhere. How do they work? Cellular radio networks divide land into regions called cells, defining available frequencies per cell. Radio signals are transmitted from a device to base stations. Cellular radio networks can transmit security alarm signals. These wireless networks are tamper-resistant and fast. They require power, but backup batteries can be used. We all know that broadband internet is essential for personal and business life. It can be key for security as well. A cost-effective solution, internet offers feature-rich functionality, but requires power and connection speed varies. That's a lot of information. So let's review. Communication technologies includes POTS, VoIP, cellular radio systems, and internet. Each can be used for security systems. So what should you do? Rely on more than one. That's the idea behind using a dual technology approach, which combines internet and cellular systems. This approach combines with the Honeywell's AlarmNet Network Operating Center to deliver a solution made robust through redundancy. Today's communications technologies have evolved and given way to many consumer benefits that allow them to stay connected like never before. With the award-winning Honeywell Total Connect remote services, people can stay connected to their homes and businesses from anywhere in the world. From operating their security system to controlling lights, locks, and thermostats on their smartphones and tablets, Honeywell Total Connect keeps them in the know when they're on the go. Honeywell's communication technologies, keeping homes and businesses safe all over the world. When we think of a security system, it's tempting to focus on the components that we can touch, like control panels.